I have made a huge mistake. I'm going to tell you all about it. Hi, my name is Adam. I started a website called pokesuccess.com. I am just one more online trading card store specializing in Japanese Pokemon cards and whatever English supplies I can find out in the wild. I've been in business for a couple of months now, and I'm going to tell you all about it. Earlier this year being 2025, my daughter came to me and told me how excited she was that her friends were talking about Pokemon and that she now wanted Pokemon cards. I hadn't thought about Pokemon cards in years. I, of course, like many others, played with Pokemon cards when I was younger, but I hadn't played with them in years, hadn't touched them, hadn't thought about them. And so when my daughter came to me and said, "Hey, let's play Pokemon," I was, of course, very excited to get to be able to relive that part of my life again. And so I went out to Walmart, and do you know what Pokemon cards were available in April of 2025? That's right, none of them. Then I started looking around. Facebook, Marketplace, eBay, Best Buy, Walmart, nowhere had affordable Pokemon cards. And so I started doing some more research. I started looking online, looking on YouTube, figuring out what was going on. And I came across a channel called Pokémon, and a guy by the name of Brian who was saying, "Hey, I'm making a ton of money with Pokemon cards. Let me tell you how I did it." And I got thinking, man, if I could supply Pokemon cards, that would allow my daughter to have as many Pokemon cards as she wants, while also being able to help others get Pokemon cards too. And so that's what I decided to start doing. You know, Brian has done many videos where he's provided the exact steps needed to start and run your own Pokemon card business. I've taken it upon myself to do it. You know, I'm putting up. You know, put up or shut up, I'm going to put up, and I'm trying, and I'm doing what I can. So I started a business. I took $1,000 out of my savings account. I registered a domain name. I registered with the state, and here I am. I am running a business. We've been online now for 6 months. I've had thousands of dollars of sales, and I've learned a lot along the way. One of the things that Brian has talked a lot about is having a social media presence, and that is one of the biggest things that I'm lacking right now. So come with me. Let me talk to you about my story so far, where I've been, what I've been doing, how I've gotten where I'm at right now, and where I hope to go in the future. I am not a big social media person, so there's going to be a lot of growing pains and a lot of learning and a lot of mistakes. However, I am very much willing to learn. I have really enjoyed this part of the process. I have really enjoyed this business. I've enjoyed the people I've met. I've enjoyed the conversations I've had. I have not enjoyed dealing with scalpers and seeing the disappointment and the look on my face, the look on my daughter's face. And, you know, there's been some high highs and there's been some kind of low lows. And I'm really hoping that as I am my true authentic self, as I'm talking about my business, as I'm talking about pokesuccess.com and talking about what it is I hope to achieve, that we all can grow together and that we can all find the success that we need. That is actually why I named my site Pokesuccess. You know, to play off of the word success. I want my site to be successful. I want you as viewers and you as collectors to be successful. I want to be able to help provide those cards. One of the first things Brian tells you to do is in any of his videos is, you know, have the social media presence, talk to people. You got to start producing anything. And so welcome to my very first very awkward video. I hope that you enjoy your time here. I hope that I am a positive influence on the hobby, and that I can not just be one more voice, but a welcomed voice into the hobby and into the realm of Poke YouTube. I've really enjoyed the videos that I've seen. I love the other YouTubers. I really kind of started with Brian and branched out from Brian to, Kira and Nostalgianomics and to Danny Phantom and so many others. And I've loved the takes. I've loved the hot takes, the outtakes, just the whole aspect of it. And I want to get in on this. But more so than that, I want to be authentic to myself. Because that's what's going to set me apart. The YouTuber Linus Sebastian from Linus Tech Tips has kind of a mantra for his videos. As he's talked about his business and has been interviewed elsewhere, one of the things that has really tried to maintain with his videos that his channel produces is answering the question: is what we're producing going to add to the conversation, or is it going to copy the conversation? And I really hope that as I make my videos, as I grow through the pains of a new area of focus, that I'm able to contribute, to the conversation, that I'm not just reading another Poke Beach article, I'm not just reacting to another scalper takedown video. I mean, those are great, but there's more to life than just those. I'm hoping with this channel that I talk a little bit about business, talk about what it's like having a small business, what it's like dealing with this huge mistake that I referenced. Starting a small business in 2025 is hard. Starting a Pokemon card business in 2025 has been difficult, and starting a Pokemon card business at the tail end of a ramp up right before the end of year downturn has been very difficult. But I'm not in it I'm in it for the long run. And so there's going to be pains, there's going to be mistakes made, and every part of it is a chance to learn. And I'm super excited. In fact, this is the second time I've had to record this video. The very first time, I got all excited. I was standing up. I had my questions. I had everything ready to go, and I forgot to connect my microphone. And so, here I am recording take number 2. And that's just life. How do you handle those setbacks? So, what now? Well, I own Pokesuccess.com. I am not a web designer, but I feel like the site looks pretty good. I would love for you all to take a chance to go take a look at it and let me know what you would like to see, if there's any product you'd like to see, if there's any changes you would make to the site or anything that could help streamline it. I am trying to make this something that is a comfortable, ad-free place that you can come buy your cards, find what you're looking for. I've watched almost every single one of Brian's videos, and he has said multiple times that he is not scared about sharing the secrets and sharing the exact steps, because no one's going to actually follow through. Well, I am putting him up to that test. I very much like a challenge. I very much like to put up instead of shut up. And so, I've given myself 1 year to grow a business, and we'll see where we're at in July of 2026. I started in July of 2025 with $1,000 borrowed from my personal savings account, and my goal is to make this a successful business. I have really enjoyed all aspects of this whole process. The content creation will be new. I've never done that before or done this before, and it's going to be awkward, so bear with me. go take a look at my site. Go buy some stuff. Right now, we've got a promotion for free shipping for any orders over $60. So please go to my site. Please buy my stuff. Buy Brian's stuff. I don't really care. Like, subscribe, or don't. That's all the same too. I just, be yourself, be who you want to be, and be a positive influence in the world. Thank you for joining me on this very first awkward video, and I hope that things get smoother in the future and that we get to learn and grow together. I'll see you in the next one.